This conference will now be recorded.
Hi guys, able to hear me? Karthik?
Yes, yes, we are able. Yes.
Yeah, Karthik, please talk.
Yes, please go ahead. Yes, we can hear you.
Let's understand then we are going to discuss about Oracle Transportation Management training. Before we begin with the training, do you have any anything anything to say about yourself, like, why do you want to pursue OTM training, so that I can give you like after the training, means the entire demo session, also I can give you the brief idea, like if your purpose will be fulfilled or not. Can you just give me Karthik and I think Karthik, can you just start with yourself? Just give an idea, like what is the purpose of joining OTM training? How many years of experience you already have in which field?
Oh, I have around 10 years of experience and I'm looking for OTM training. You know that today everything is on cloud, right? So I just wanted to learn this module also. That's the reason I'm just trying to explore this option and learn this
Okay,
module.
so 10 years experience you have in which technology?
Oh, same Oracle EBS.
EBS. Okay, okay, makes sense.
And
Amir,
can I ask one
yeah,
basic
please.
question?
Mhm.
So this OTM, do we need to have any technical skills? Is it mandatory?
No mandatory technical skills are there, but one skill is like, one small technical skill is mandatory. I think you already have it. That is for technical side of configuration. You need to understand what is XML. Okay, and
Mhm.
most importantly, you need to write. You need to be able to write a simple SQL statement and simple DML statement. That much you can do, right?
Yeah, that much I can do. Not
So
HTML, but simple SQLs I can write.
yeah, DML statement is just nothing but update, insert queries. So it's like a,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
that much is required. You do not need to, today's date everything moved to cloud and you do not have access to write procedures, functions, cursors, triggers into OTM system. No, OTM doesn't allow that. So you have to write only simple DML statement and simple select statement, and you need to, well, while you are working with XML, integration side, you need to understand what is XML, how does it work. That's it, nothing more than that.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
Yeah. Amir, you have any question?
No questions. Neil, good morning. Nice to
Morning.
be in the partnership with you. So I'm having around 14 years of experience into performance testing. Okay. So I
Oh,
used
okay.
to handle different technologies. So the prerequisites you said, right? Like writing the simple queries and DML and XML. I have an idea because I used to work on different technologies and applications. Right? So we used to write small basic queries for the DB testing. So I have an
Okay.
understanding on that.
Okay. So you are like, you are interested to learn like OTM techno
Yeah,
functionalities.
sorry. Exactly. So what happened is like I would like to have a job move and technical move as well if required. Okay, so my plans are different, Neil. So I just want to pursue this OTM as part of my technical move.
Okay, okay. So no problem, no problem. So basically, so I think this training will give you your sole purpose. Otherwise, because most of the people, uh, like there are kind of lot of technical switching is happening, and I am relentlessly training, like, lot of people over the period of
Yeah,
1.5 year after lockdown started. And I have total, okay, I'm Neil. I have total 12 years of experience in OTM. I'm currently working as a solution architect. And OTM, there are multiple version of OTM I have worked with. Not much change in the baseline, and there are small change at over the top of it. But point is, OTM is increasingly getting popular. Okay, and the reason is OTM moved to now cloud, and previously where only top-notch and rich companies, big companies, global companies were could afford on-premises version of OTM. In today's date, small company like yearly turnover few crores INR, they are also able to afford OTM because OTM is cheaper now. That is the reason there is load tons of new projects has come to the market. There are many new companies are more interested to like s- open a wing in OTM, and also there are few startup works only in OTM. So there are huge market, huge job opportunity, and huge billing. Uh, you do not have to trust these words. You just Google or you just go to LinkedIn and in go to job section and type OTM. You see every day how many jobs are getting posted. So I understand that it is still growing, and logistics industry, as you know, like after world shutdown during this COVID period, logistics industry boomed. The reason is now human are more dependent on products across the world, and sitting at home, they want everything to get delivered. Nobody is going to not much people going to shopping mall and everything. So more logistics requirements are coming. We are introducing new features everywhere. Yeah. So OTM, and if you want to learn SCM and logistics, I think OTM is currently the best tool in the world, and it has no today's date it has no close competitors. Some of the tools are like Manhattan, then not JD Edwards. It's a primitive now. Oracle, sorry, SAP TMS. Then then few of the new age technologies are there, but which did not prefer to compete OTM. Example, 3G TMS. There is an American tool which has only based in America. Currently, European market they are trying to expand, but 3G TMS is a same set of inventor who invented OTM has invented 3G TMS, but they decide to not to compete OTM. That is why they have made a tool very much specific to a section of market, so that they can do a target-based business instead of fighting with one of the alpha member of this group. Yeah. So if you learn this technology and if you see the market, you will understand that you are at the right path. Rest all on your capacity. Today's, yeah, I hope you all can see my screen. Today, we will understand what is OTM capable of and what does it do and what is your training idea. So OTM is basically logistics. Just a second, I need my mouse. OTM is basically a logistics tool. Yeah, it is invented by industry expert Mish Wesley, JP Wiggins, um, James Mooney, Carl Baker, and Meredith Roberts back in 1999. Okay, so this tool is not of this decade. Okay, unfortunately, this tool is of last decade. My screen froze. Just a second. You are not facing any trouble to hear me or see my screen, right?
Yeah, we are able to see you, Neil. No issues.
Very nice, very nice. Then I will not bother much, whatever it is. Since you are able to hear and see, I'm fine. So, quick look back. So these people has created. These people are the same. Like Mish Wesley is the, like, father of logistics. People call him because he's an industry expert from long time, and he did the, like, all the functional design of OTM. Today he is the inventor of 3G TMS. That's what I was talking about. So Miss Wesley, these people has created OTM. That time the name was Global Logistics Team. Company name was Global Logistics Technology, and product name was GC3. However, they were doing initial business within the United States, and they had, like, since a very good interface, and very, that time back in 1999 they had quite interactive interface, which even Microsoft, you see that time Microsoft did not even have XP. So interactive interface, it was built in on Java EJB, and um, initially it was like a local storage internet. That time internet was hardly be there. Then it was local server installation. It was actually created in pretty good way. So for many reasons, it became the competitor of Oracle. Oracle's that time didn't TMS. So even the Oracle platinum partner like GE, Excel Logistics, DuPont, Halliburton, Family Dollar, as you see below logos, these company were already global partners. Okay, Oracle's probably that time gold partner, platinum partners, but they were not using the logistic system of Oracle. They were using GC3. That is the reason it came to the attention of our famous Larry Ellison, and he thought of buying it back in 2005, and he bought the company and made the name of the product as Oracle Transportation Management. Yeah, Oracle Transportation Management initial version was 5, and today, after 6.4.3, we moved to cloud. Cloud latest version is 21E. When it moved to cloud, it did not change its functionality. Okay, it is the actual proper movement in cloud without deducting any of the functionality. Now probably they will enhance more, but initially any technology moves from on-premises to cloud, there are some of the discount in feature because cloud doesn't support everything. But Oracle OTM Cloud is exceptional there. Basic understanding of logistics. I think at least one of you have logistics experience, but we all know what is logistics. So logistics is a basically small portion of supply chain management. Supply chain management is a huge thing. Starting from inventory, starting from retailing, starting from movement, then multiple warehouse management and everything. A lot of things comes under supply chain management. Every component that is related to a movement and that is related to the finance to information workflow. However, logistics has nothing to do with the entire supply chain management. It is just a small portion which actually deals with the movement of product. So logistics basically deals with movement of product. One item is moving from A location to B location. That's logistics, straight and simple. So OTM actually handles logistics. And apart from handling logistics, it has some of the quality which is additional. But that is not its primary feature. Its primary feature is to plan the movement. Okay. So it receives order, it plans shipment. Shipment is movement basically. So receives orders where to where it has to move, and OTM plans what is the best way to move based on the data that is present in the system. So it doesn't magically create data. Everything is there. Probably a lot of data are there where manually picking up it would be a very cumbersome process. OTM picks up pretty efficiently and with fraction of second. So OTM, if you talk about logistics, there are multiple parties within logistics. Example, if you are a shipper, suppose you have a company, you are manufacturing company, you ship your goods across the world. So you are a shipper. So you can simply produce goods and open ask all the service provider to provide their quotations and simply go ahead with the cheaper. Easy. But when you have manufacturing unit across the world, and when you have multiple country has multiple scenario, inter-country has multiple scenario, there are a lot of customs, border delay, border duty, you have multiple modes like air freight, ocean freight, road freight, road movement, ocean movement, air movement, railway movement. Automatically that manual things is not an easy option. Then you need, that time you need a tool to help you. That tool will manage a huge amount of service provided information, and just in the simple in OTM you will just put where to add how much product you need to move. It will tell you what is the best option you have available based on your market deals. That's where that becomes very important. So as a shipper, OTM does that duty. So shipper plans shipment, and whoever is picked up in the system, shipper gives the tender to that person or that service provider. So it is a shipper side OTM. Then another party is there, like your service provider. So freight forwarder. Who is freight forwarder? Freight forwarder who moves? Who is the DHL, FedEx, these companies. So they are not manufacturer. They are not Apple. What do? They have one of the partner as Apple. They have one of the partner as IBM. They have one of the partners probably Walmart. So they move product across the world. So now it's a completely different perspective of movement. You get a tender or booking, and then you plan in your system what is the best way to move, and do you even have service or not. Not everywhere you have service. If you do not have service in some country, what you do, that is called third party logistics. Means you are the first party, you took booking from Walmart, you have to deliver the product in Venezuela. You do not have service in Venezuela. There is a UPS logistics who is providing service. There are few more local logistics who is providing service. So as a freight forwarder, I will start now looking for my vendor who will provide me the service, and I will be working as broker in between. Or some portion of the movement I will do, and wherever my movement is closed, like I cannot move anymore, from there I will hire somebody who will do the movement on my behalf, and I will pay him, and I will get money from the shipper. That is another perspective. So can OTM handle all this perspective? Yes, OTM can handle all this perspective. Not in means not definitely in a single OTM, because a single OTM is bought by some company, like either they are shipper or they are 3PL or they are freight forwarder. So one company cannot be manufacturer, shipper, and freight forwarder. That is technically impossible. So I am Apple, I am shipper, I am DHL, I am 3PL, or I am freight forwarder. Any of them. Yeah, I can be freight forwarder and 3PL both myself. That implementation is possible, but I cannot be shipper and freight forwarder. So OTM takes care of all the perspective of movement, and OTM can be bought by all these parties. Logistics, basically, two ways of logistics are popular: inbound logistics, outbound logistics. So inbound logistics we call anything which is before procurement, and outbound logistics is after procurement. So what is before procurement? Suppose you are Apple, you manufacture iPhone. So definitely you do not manufacture everything, like chipset to camera, you do not manufacture everything. As far as my knowledge concerned, screen is manufactured by Samsung and camera is manufactured by Sony. Yeah, for Apple. Chipset is used to manufacture by Intel. Today's date, I'm not sure. And M4 chip is manufactured by Apple. Then its charger and everything is in-house, and it has like software in-house. So leaving apart software, rest all the item you have noticed, like your battery is manufactured by probably Sony or Panasonic. I forgot the battery company name who is doing. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So there are a lot of vendors who is sending raw materials to the Apple factories, manufacturing units, and where Apple is making their final units. So all the vendor side raw material movement to the factory, and in between all the storage and everything, where it is stopping, where it is getting branded, unbranded, everything. The truck is coming from Samsung to Apple is inbound logistics, because it has impact on the final product price. So optimizing this logistics is also important. If your battery is 500 rupees and your phone is 10,000 rupees, then fine, there is a balance. If battery logistics charges is 300 rupees, then battery become 800 rupees. That will potentially impact the final price of your phone. Your phone probably will be 10,500. So logistically reducing the cost of transportation of the raw material will basically impact overall cost of the final product. And on top of the final product, you will also add some logistics charge to move it across the world and make it available at the all retail sector, isn't it? So it's a double logistics charges. The second logistics charge is basically outbound logistics. So final product moves from final factory to the destination in the sense to make it available to the retail sector. It can be like a home delivered to you, or it can be available in the nearest shop. That has to come from somewhere, manufacturing unit. So that distribution happens through those logistics. That movements are under outbound logistics. So this is like in the Three Idiots movie, like Sida language. This is inbound, this is outbound. In the functional language or in a theoretical language, inbound is the activities which are concerned with the procurement of material. Okay, just a second. Procurement of material, handling, storage, and transportation. Outbound logistics is activities which are concerned with collection, maintenance, distribution, delivery to the final customer. So I hope up to this your understanding is clear.
Yes, yeah.
Yes, Neil.
Yeah, perfect. How does OTM help? Yeah, please.
No, you
Anybody
said
asking
right.
question? Yeah. Mhm.
So please go ahead. I'll ask it later part.
No, please ask. Please ask. Please ask.
No, the shippers you said right. So they need to have only internet access to access the system, or how does that work? Because
Uh,
we cannot, as you said, that the third party don't need to have any OTM or something, right? So they'll access the system through internet, correct? Like any internet portals.
Today's date for cloud system, yes.
Okay, thanks.
And if you have an on-premises system which is not cloud, then internet connection is not required. Intranet is fine,
Internet,
but
okay.
OTM doesn't need any internet. Okay, so OTM
Okay.
itself, because the reason is OTM doesn't search anything internally. OTM doesn't ping any other server. OTM is a system. It's like a calculator. Think about a calculator. You put a complex summation, it does it quickly. The same way, actually, this kind of this is the question I like the most. The reason is, trust me, people doesn't understand the capability of the system before understanding, before starting to learn the tool. Understanding of the system is very simple. Like OTM, you have to feed all the information to OTM, all the quotation, all the tender, all everything, all the rate, all the possible service provider rates, everything. Now OTM become a complex, um, the complex data distribution. Now it is done within OTM. So all the lanes, like South Africa to Hungary, what all the service provider is available, what all the service provider is providing, what all the rates, what all the transportation mode, which is what of the taxes has to be applied on top of it. Those all quotation will be provided by those service provider only. Now, once everything is uploaded in OTM, then in the system, you will just put this is the source, this is the destination, and I need to deliver the product within 5 days. So my service time is 5 days. Now OTM will run through this query to database and find out the best suitable rate for it within fraction of second. But those rates are not coming from any other system. It is somewhat uploaded to OTM. Yes, it can be integrated to multiple system, but not for OTM planning purpose. OTM doesn't check any other system. Planning purpose, OTM will check what data is available into the system. Got the point? So internet is technically not required to run OTM, but yeah, for cloud, it is totally in internet. Did I answer your question?
Yes. So basically, just wanted to understand how the input from the different third parties feeds into OTM.
Hmm.
This is OTM like any, let's say we have an SCM like iSupplier portal where supplier through an internet supplier interacts and then it comes to Oracle, right? Likewise, how do they input this thing? Maybe that is a little, I mean,
You have to be
not
directly
at this
integrate.
point of time.
You have to be
We can discuss later. Please continue.
no problem. Yeah. So you will get your answer. It's very simple. So any third party which link to OTM, we have some designated third party like service provider systems that is integrated through EDI. Then we have because we need to interact with service provider system all the time. Let's take to get new quotations. Let's take to get new rates. Let's take to get booking, sending booking and accepting booking. Then during movement, all the event receiving, like how the shipment is moving, all the live tracking receiving, everything we need to integrate with service provider system. We mostly integrate. Then for distancing, their OTM cannot calculate distance, okay, because OTM is not a huge pin code and everything, all the road pin code, GPS pointers. OTM doesn't take care of all these things. So till now, at least, that is why for those OTM has a third-party integration with rate distance engine, like PC Mile or Mile Maker. So these all companies, they are linked to OTM um, through to integrate. It's a direct integration these companies have with OTM. So even if you are not using internet, this third party system and this we have relationship for data direct data linking. But of course, yeah. So today's date, nobody uses network channel to do it or network queue to do it. So today's date, since we are using web services, so yeah, everything is based out of internet, and through web services we are portaling all the data and to exchange data with multiple systems. But what all the system we basically work with, that eventually I will tell you. Yeah. Now, what are the things OTM takes care about? Planning. Yeah. OTMs. Why? If I say like, what does a mobile phone do? You can say clicks picture. No, right? That is camera. Or it plays game. No, that's a gaming console. Then what does a mobile phone do? Primarily, it calls. You actually call through mobile phone. So that's the primary feature. OTM has primary feature planning. Even though it has multiple other features, but the most important feature why OTM is sold, because of its planning. So there are many global standards, global practices for planning, because definitely logistics came thousands of years before. OTM came like 2 decades before. So OTM has to adapt to what is already existing. Yeah. So OTM did do that. So OTM plan whatever planning is possible in the outside market. OTM supports all kind of planning. The kind of planning we will be discussing further in subsequent sessions. What all the planning are there? Then what all the planning are there in the syllabus? Because syllabus is not unlimited, right? So syllabus is all the important thing will be covered. Then you can slightly practice yourself and get acquainted with the system, and this is the journey of an explorer of any technology. Then many things you will learn yourself, self-learning, or in a project you will learn many things. Automatically the learning process will continue. It will never end. Still I'm learning. So point is, there are many kind of planning, global standard, and then OTM has also introduced many tuning in the global planning. So that is how OTM is loved, because there are some of the thing which is introduced by OTM, and that kind of planning is only possible in OTM. Who does that? Or physically, manual planning is of course possible, but who does that? Today's date, like pen on paper planning. Then network routing optimization. Network routing optimization is basically, there is a huge network routes of the network of all the movements, like a multi-stop movement, multi-leg movement, um, network routing movement. There are huge logistics network. So OTM adapt to all possible combination of network. How it does? You need to understand the system a little bit. It will be covered in the syllabus. Execution, planning is one part, and the execution of the planning is another. So if I say, like, today I thought I will read 4 hours and I will complete this book, there are two parameters. One is I have time, which is 4 hours, and then I will complete the book, which has multiple pages. So you need to have a plan to do that. So first 15 minutes you will go fast. Then next 30 minutes or 45 minutes you will go a little relax. Then extensively without any break you will continue 1 hour. Yeah. So this is execution. When logistics, we plan something like Hungary to Budapest to Bucharest is 8 hours of truck journey. So truck has to truck will do the execution, and truck will keep updating the status, right? Where it is. Just like if you courier something to, suppose you courier something to me, and the courier service gives you a date, like it will be delivered on like Friday or next Friday, then do you just simply sleep or sleep over it if it is expensive gift? No, right? You just check in their portal, like where is the goods right now and how is it moving. That is the tracking. So how does it get updated? Because somebody who is the owner of the movement that point of time is reaching to the destination and updating the status in their own system, in mobile phone or something. So that tracking details is going to the main server and it is getting updated against the shipment. So that is the reason you could see like where it is right now. Or every big packages has barcode, they scan the barcode, say accepted in the warehouse or hub. Same is getting updated in the portal. Then you get to know, okay, it has reached to the destination hub. Then if it is out for delivery, before starting, before picking up the product, they do the barcode scan and they immediately say like it is now ready for delivery, out for delivery. So customer also gets a message like, yeah, this product will be attempted for the delivery and this is the number of the person, you can contact him and get aligned with him. How does this all happen? Because some of the people who is executing in the market do the execution and keep updating the statuses. So this is called shipment execution and tracking. Okay. So tracking is basically what I was talking about, tracking. And execution, tracking is one part of execution. Another part of execution is once the shipment is planned by the shipper, it will be serviced by the same service provider, which is picked up by the system, or it will be serviced by different service provider. That is the discretion of the planner. He is the customer. He can give it to DHL because system has picked DHL. He can give it to FedEx because I like FedEx. So this is called tender. So after shipment is planned, you are tendering to somebody. That is also part of execution. So a tender can have also multiple type of tendering. Open tender, broadcast tender. Open tender means broadcast tender and spot bid tender, then ordinary tender. These all will be covered within your syllabus. How does tendering work? So execution is twofold process. One is selecting your provider and then provider will keep updating you the status of the movement, that is tracking. Once it delivers, then you do the finance. You pay the freight charges to your carrier, right? So that comes under finance. Then analysis, this whole gigantic data analysis. You know, there is a company called Oceanside. This company has a very primitive tool. Even though they do not have all the information uploaded in internet, they took like few years to upload all the information in internet, whatever in their pen and paper, in multiple of port locations. What does this company do? Any idea, guys? Oceanside?
No idea.
No, no problem. So this company is like 100 years old company or more than that. So this company was there in all the port location, international water, all the port locations. What they do is they keep track on all the ships. So which time they are arriving here, which time they are arriving to next port, which time they are arriving to next port. So they have representative in multiple ports and they keep track of one ocean movement. This company, today satellite has come to the world and like last 60 years, and satellite can track easily, but a tracking by satellite probably has come from last 10, 15 or 20 years, tracking a particular object. Then with the satellite communication, knowing the name of that object, like, you know, the ship has to have a name, right? Otherwise it will say like, okay, one ship was there, but which ship I don't know. Not like that, right? It tracks ocean movement through satellite. So there are multiple companies. Today's world is doing AI, like automatic, what do you call it? What intelligence?
Artificial
AI,
intelligence.
artificial intelligence, right? ML means machine learning. So artificial intelligence, machine learning, through all these technologies, they are segregating the right data and automatically and finding out the roots and everything with much more efficiently. So still, Oceanside is the most expensive bid they did when one of the company tried to buy Oceanside. So what was the reason that people still needs to buy Oceanside? And what was the reason? Because uh, people wanted Oceanside uh, like to be still valid. Where today's date we can do a lot of things with technology. The reason is data. Data is even expensive than diamond in the world. Yeah, if your earning is more than 40 lakhs, if I get your number and this kind of 100 number I have whose earning is more than 40 lakhs, I can sell it to a good mobile provider, good credit card provider, banks, retail sector, so that they can sell their product, insurance sector, and probably I can earn a good amount because I am reducing their work. I am giving a target customer. So that data is money. The same way, Oceanside has a huge base of data from last 100 and 120 years. Based on that data, you can easily calculate based on huge sample size. If there is a slight deviation of ocean movement, if there is a thunderstorm in the ocean, if there is a immediate emergency port changes in the ocean, if there is a high tide in the ocean, low tide in the ocean, how it will impact the final ETA? How will you know that? Through your satellite communication. What is the expected time when it will reach? For that, you need to have a huge data set, which will provide you a predictive data analysis that when it will reach, right? So I told you this story in this demo session to make you understand data, segregation of the data is future. Today's date, you do not litter everything on the road, you litter everything in the dustbin. You put it everything in the dustbin. Even the dustbin has 3 segregation, right? Today's date, your wet dustbin, dry dustbin, and something like, I don't know, probably paper dustbin, a plastic dustbin, I'm sorry. So one is degradable, biodegradable wastage. So wastage classification is now also came to the picture so that you do everything more efficiently. The same way data segregation, OTM does it pretty good. OTM data distribution across the tables, data analytics, helping in data analytics tool like Power BI or other BI business intelligence tool is pretty good, pretty good. OTM stores almost everything in a table, even though all the front end, every front end change is also tracked in database. So OTM also, it's a very readable data. Table column name is very familiar. Shipment, front end shipment, table name shipment, front end order release, table name order release. Very user friendly database. So analytics wise, OTM is very strong. And that tells you system definition and implementation. System definition means how do you define your system, your front end and back end relationship, your 3-tier multi-tier server relationship, and also your ease of implementation. That makes OTM leader in the market. Now feature in OTM, whatever I said is a functionality in OTM. Feature in OTM. So feature means main what all the feature OTM can, what all the things OTM can actually have. OTM has it. One is material management. It handles all kind of products and everything. You can store everything from your source system to OTM system, because why does OTM care about the product? You will say it moves product, it will care about the product. No, it doesn't. Technically, it doesn't, right? Because if you go to a courier service and give your material to, can you please deliver it to Neil? Courier service will not open your box and see, okay, you are sending this, that's good, I need this one. No, it is boxed. So what is inside the box, they don't care. So why do I need product classification then? The reason is based on your product properties, your transportation, nature of your transportation will be dependent. If you are sending petroleum, and if you are sending milk, or if you are sending chicken, or if you are sending books, the all four has different transportation style of transportation. So nature of your product, understanding properties of your product is important. Then anyway, weight and volume of the product is anyway important. That also, courier service also check the weight of your product and volume of your product, because every vehicle which is transporting the product has a standard ceiling. You have a size limit. So it's important. Just give me a moment. Came back. Order movement. Sorry, order management. Order management means all kind of order system, order like sales order, customer order. For OTM, everything is transportation order. Okay, first thing, OTM doesn't handle any. Every order in OTM is called transportation order, because OTM sees them as a transportation order. You send an order and I do transportation. I don't know what you are. Your customer order, Amitabh Bachchan order, I don't care. So for OTM, it's a transportation order, but order has different object. So order base, order release. Yeah, we will discuss more deep in subsequent sessions. OTM handles accrual. OTM handles credit note, invoice, billing, voucher, all these things, because it has to pay the freight charges, right, to the customers, to the service provider. Freight charges has to be paid. So that is why OTM handles all this financial stuff. Warehousing, dock scheduling. So it is not a warehouse management. It is basically supporting and warehouse management. Like warehouse management figures out how do you manage your product within a warehouse. OTM's dock scheduling, basically it does like it schedules a dock within a warehouse and book a time slot when to pick up. Today's date, warehouses are big, and you cannot simply walk into a warehouse and tell like, can you give me one shampoo? No, warehouse like a city inside, and it's a congested city inside. So if you want a product to be loaded, it takes months to find out the product. So there should be a management system. So there is a management system that is called warehouse management. And then after managing the system, you know where, which place, which dock, sorry, which section you have which product. And then your truck, one of the truck will book a slot like 5 to 5:30. I will come and I will pick up shampoos. Then you give them like, okay, come to dock number 3. So dock number 3, I will come 5 to 5:30, and their shampoo will be already ready in the dock. So they will just come and load and go. Yeah, so that it can give space to the next truck. So warehouse management is handled by Oracle WMS system. That is not OTM. However, scheduling the booking is done by OTM. So that is also handleable within OTM. You will learn that as part of the training. Then load configuration. A good cooking starts from your good vegetable shopping or good meat shopping. Yeah, it does start from there. A good ingredient makes a tastier food. The same way, a good logistics, a good movement depends on how good you are loading. So if you want to save cost, it starts from loading, packaging. So item gets packaged and then item is loaded in the container and you have a lot of free space in the container. How good your logistics would be and how good your movement is during the service lane, on how much money you have saved with a carrier, it doesn't matter because your container is half filled. So basically the charges are automatically doubled, right? Because you could have saved a lot of money filling up the rest of the container. Because if you put rest of the container fulfilled, then what will automatically happen? In the same cost, you can transport more goods. So per goods, transportation costs will be reduced to half. So that is why load planning is important. How do you do your container load planning? So technically, you will say like why somebody will believe to the system and send half and wherever they have product left in their warehouse and they will not load. No, they will load. The point is OTM will give them exact accuracy that which all the item and which how many quantities they should load so that they can fully utilize the container at the first time. So it is simple arithmetic. The size of the container versus size of the products and number of products. OTM will give a good bunch basically. So this product you move to this container that will fulfill the container maximum load. This is it. Planning. I said OTM handles all kind of planning, globally practiced planning. Report, OTM is integrated with BI publisher report and FTI reporting. Yeah. Then shipment execution. Yeah, OTM has all open and ordinary tender process. It can be connected to FF lines, 3PL's external systems for tracking event and live movement statuses. So these all are supporting software. So WebLogic application, Enterprise Edition, Oracle Enterprise Edition, Database Server 12.1 for this system. That's our training system. Web server, Oracle HTTP server, WebLogic web server, standard edition 12c. Application server is Java 8. Planning optimizer is FICO Express. And for reporting, you have Oracle Business Intelligence. FTI, you have Oracle Business Intelligence 11G R1, but we do not have it in this training system. ETL server, we do not have it in training system. Oracle Data Integrator 12c. So this training system is basically the last system which could be available for training. After this system, they had another system 6.4.3 that is actually moved to cloud. That system is not available in the open market, and only Oracle, directly from Oracle, if you take the training, I think the cost is approximately 2.5 lakh today's date from outsiders, and for Oracle employees, I think 1.15. That BU bears the cost. So Oracle University, if you take training, you will get access to that server for 5 days. Yeah, nothing, just making it exclusive. But our training instance has full capability of teach you entire OTM. Just look and feel wise cloud looks little different. So after changing, after your training is over, if you want me to show you a cloud, just to cloud system, like how does it look like, I will try my level best to show you a cloud system of any of the companies. And cloud system does not look like our on-premises system, but it is just same. It is like an Android phone and two versions of Android phone. Look and feel is different. the basic feature is same. And few of the functionality has been added, one or two on top of it. Those functionality anyway is not part of the training, and those functionality is not a roadblocker functionality. It is just a functionality for your during your configuration you may require, and those all functionality can be learned within 2 hours once you have complete knowledge of the system anyway. So anything can be learned on top of it. But if you need my help and support to learn and to get a suggestion how to configure that, I will be giving you my WhatsApp number. You can contact me. I can help you with that. But I don't think you will need any help after this training. And my last 200 student never needed any help. So I'm sure you will also need. So this is how a cloud screen looks like. Yeah, I have also given you a comparison model so that you get a complete idea. This is a Oracle Transportation Management Cloud System. This looks like buttons. This is called Springboard view. Okay, so if you, these are menu actually. If you click on one menu, shipment management, you have shipment management, group management, online management, online booking, tendering, itinerary, location, visibility. These are sub menus. Then menu you have order management, shipment management, contract rate management, business process automation. This way, it is your landing page basically. If you click any button, this page will go off, and whatever button you are clicking, that page will come instead of this. So this is Oracle header logo. Yeah, here transportation management, and this is your home button. You every time you click home button, this screen appears. Because you will be in some other page, some other particular sub menu, then you click home, it comes back here. That's it. This is your training instance. It's the last on-premises instance. See, order management, shipment management, contract rate management, business process automation. Order management, shipment management, contract rate management, business process automation. It's the same thing. The menu is its left. You click on one menu, all the sub menu will open. You click on sub menu, the page will open here. That's it. Every functionality, every planning functionality, everything which is within syllabus, which is Oracle University defined basic training syllabus. Based on that, you can clear your certification is covered within this training. So after this training is over, you can simply do a little practice and you can apply for OTM certification. Now OTM certification requires GTM also. 10 numbers comes from GTM. So total 4 question comes from GTM. Without that question also you can get pass marks. So basically 68 is the passing score. I got 94 in the last training because I also upgrade my certification, right? Every year it is better to be certified. So I'm certified. So it is my third certification I have cleared. So I got 94, but I don't know GTM. So I left all the questions, just I put some answers. I don't know if it is right or wrong. And without GTM, I got 94. So I'm sure without GTM, you can score 75 to 94, anything. You're based on your practice and your idea, and also choosing the right answer, because some of the answers are pretty close. So you have to have a little luck. I also had a little luck, I'm sure, because it is very difficult to the question paper who has said this person is also sometimes a very confused person. So anyway, so certification you can clear because I will provide you 3 documents. All 3 documents are from Oracle University. Those documents you can see and match our syllabus with what I am teaching. It's same. If you go today's date to Oracle University, they will teach you the same thing, but in the cloud system. That's it. That's the only difference. Nothing more than that. This is your basic syllabus. Yeah. Basic understanding of logistics, supply chain management, fundamental of OTM, workflow of OTM, contract, OTM master data, contract, location, item, package item, commodity, service provider, calendar, ref num, remark, equipments. Um, OTM business data is itinerary, rate, service, rate offering, rate preference, rate record. Order management, order base, order release, order movement. Shipment management, execution, direct shipment, multi-stop, multi-leg shipment, and shipment execution. Execution has open tender, ordinary tender. Open tender has your broadcast tender, spot bid tender. So everything is covered. Then financial, you have invoicing, voucher, approval rules, split rules. Business process automation, you have agent, milestone, integration, pretty much covered everything. And today's date, nobody actually learned milestone because milestone is obsolete. Oracle has told, like, probably in the fewer version next, they will not continue milestone because it's performance impacting. So instead of milestone, I can teach you to be updated. Recurring and bulk plan process, automatic recurring and bulk plan processes. And configuration and administration, the entire screen customization, including domain management, is covered. So from this training, nothing is left which is not in the syllabus, which is in the syllabus of Oracle, and nothing is left which will not give you a complete in and out idea of the system. This is called basic training. It gives you the full idea of how does OTM work, how can OTM be customized, how OTM features can be utilized, and then on top of it, in future, after 1 or 2 years of experience, or if you are smart enough after 6 months of experience based on the project, if you feel you need to pursue for standard training, advanced training, you can again get in touch. Advanced training has no syllabus. Advanced training is based on your requirement. We make a module that will give you the very near to business or your business scenario based training. So that is not in any syllabus in the world. That I provide based on my confidence of working in this industry from 12 years. I will hear your scenario, I will hear your topics, and based on that I will make a system setup, and then I will train you on top of it. So that's different. This training is the only training that is available in the market, and that's all about all of it. Now it's up to you. Please ask me any question before I close the session.
One question, Neil.
Please.
So I see order management. Order management is an outbound. Where is this inbound for procurement? Is it listed here?
No, basically, for I told this thing, like, it is for OTM, everything is a freight order, right? So even if it is an inbound order, like vendor to um, manufacturing movement, or if it is a manufacturer to like retailer movement, ultimately it's a transportation order. So transportation order you need to plan. So order management covers it all anyway. So it doesn't have any segregation, like, okay, inbound order like this form is this, and this whole thing will be this, and outbound order is this. No, it's same. It covers it is like a sword, brother. Like, it cuts both ends.
Okay. So how long is this training? Can I ask more questions? Sorry.
Please, no problem. I am all ears. So first training session generally takes 14 sessions. Okay. Of 14 session durations are mostly 1.5 hour. Generally average 1.5 hours. Sometimes it is 1.5 hours, sometimes it's 2 hours. But it's generally 1.5 hour in average. So 21 hours or 22 hours is the whole training generally. But again, it depends on how long one single session is taking and how many subject I have day wise plan. I will be sharing that during the when that you enroll for the training, the day wise plan I will share. The day wise plan, you will get all the every day what all the topics I'm going to cover, and that will not be like this. Day wise plan as a topic wise, exact topic wise. So that topic wise day wise plan, if you need before also I can send you, that doesn't matter. But day wise plan, if some topics is left for that day, then it goes to next day, and if next day something piles up, then automatically your 14 days going to 15 days, 16 days, like that.
Yeah, that's acceptable. And what about these instances?
Instance will be provided by Uday.
Okay.
I'll tell you that instance and all, because we have to purchase that also. I'll let you know everything, the fee and all everything. I'll let you know. No problem.
So we meant to
Will
say you need to purchase extra on this instance?
I'll tell you, Karthik. No worries. We'll talk. Yeah, everything will let you know before only. Then only we can start. Any other questions you can ask, like technically, what are topics you need to want to know? Anything else for the OTM? If he's missing anything, also, all the people I'm telling you. Yeah, Amir Bhaiya and then Amrish ji also, Kumar also. Anything else you can ask? The,
Yeah, maybe
I'll
going
let you know.
forward, we have. Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
Discuss.
Neil, can I ask? This is Amrish.
Yeah, please.
Yeah. You said we need 14 sessions for this. So how you're going to take this? A weekly one session or weekly two sessions? Or
No,
how's going to?
generally I take weekly thrice. Okay, generally. Um, Sometimes for like weekly 3 sessions are very hygienic interval, because I will give you an session and teach you something, and then you need to practice it.
Practice here. Yeah.
So 1 day practice, 1 day training, 1 day practice, 1 day training. So it is a very hygienic way of learning. But sometimes people get unhygienic, no, for some project pressure or something like that. So they want 5 sessions a week or 4 sessions a week. I provide that as well, depending on your pressure. And sometimes you have holidays and sometimes you have leaves. That time weekly 2 sessions sometimes, yeah, happens. But generally it is weekly 3 sessions. And suppose Monday, Wednesday and Friday morning, this time, if it is fine. If not, then evening time, if it is fine. So that timing, how many people are joining the session, based on that you can, we can mix and match the timing. And it doesn't have to be like you know um,
Neil,
This
so
conference will
will you
now
be
be
helping
recorded.
us in some sample configuration documents?
I will provide you Oracle whole document where you can see the sample configuration.
No, no, Oracle standard documents is fine, but somewhere from your experience,
Mhm.
do you have any sample configuration documents, which earlier we used to call as DS documents, right? DS or BR hundreds and something like that. So do you have
Oh,
anything like that
okay.
for
So
for a
I
sample
I
to do the configuration?
I I will check, but this I need to check, because I think it is. I definitely I am a solution architect. I have thousands of configuration document. The point is that if my current organization configuration document, I cannot be using a sampling. So I will check if I have any old, or I have to create one for you. Okay.
Yeah, at least the basics, because you are guiding us. So if you give us some basics, just remove all that client information or something. If you give us, okay, just follow this step 1, 2, 3, 4, something like that in the configuration documents, we will just follow you, and then based on that we'll practice, so that will be good for us when during implementation. That's why I'm
Yes,
just.
no problem. So what I'm going to do is, yeah, and I noted your point, what you need. So basically, once the training is, because once the training is over, um, I provide a doubt clearing session. Okay. So before training is over, I will provide you a configuration. I will provide you a URS, user requirement specification. Okay. And based on your knowledge, because not configuration will already tell you what you have to do. Rather, I would give you URS, one business requirement and complete business requirement. And based on that, you can practice. And I will have like I know how to implement it, right? So I will have it ready, and I will give you like this is the like you have 5 days or 6 days or 10 days. Let's take 15 days of time before doubt clearing sessions. So you 15 days you utilize configuring this particular URS. Does it make sense to you? I think it will be giving you a very good challenge and implement.
Yeah, it should be okay, but it's mutual. So you just give some information and we work on that. We put our hands on that and then we come back to you. You can review and suggest us.
Yes, that's how it is. But point is, till the whole training session, you will be learning how to do everything. Okay, so I don't, first you go through the training, eventually it will be clearer to you. It is not, right now we are thinking something else. Once you go through the training, probably it will be more clearer. Then last session we discuss about it. Okay, whatever you need.
Sure. Okay, thanks.
Yeah, Neil, Kumar here.
Yeah, Kumar, please.
Yeah, as you know, entire market is moving to OTM cloud, and even we have a like on-premise application. So in the future, there will be only one cloud application will be there, or like Oracle support, or the on-premise application will be there.
On-premises application also Oracle support will not be discontinued. The reason is Oracle itself is providing on-premises till date based on the customer requirement. So server maintenance, SaaS PaaS model, both the cases, server is the key, right? So server is at Oracle side premises.
Yep.
The point is there are increasing customer base and lot of big customers move to cloud. They have their own SaaS and PaaS. Now, eventually, Oracle also basically Oracle also has a huge Oracle also has a huge client base who is currently in on premises. They do not want to move in Middle East. They do not want to move to cloud. In most of the American company, or sorry, most of the European company, they do not like to move to cloud. The reason is for data security. Yeah, they don't trust data to be shared in a third party server. So that is why Oracle will keep helping those clients if they do not want to lose business. So yes, your answer is support will be available for both. I think so. At least for next 15-20 years, I don't see this changing.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks, Neil.
Yeah. Okay, guys, thanks a lot. Hope to see you all in my training session. Okay, and I think you will have an enjoyable training session, because training is actually OTM is very quick learning tool, and it will give you a lot of job opportunity for sure. That much I can tell you. Okay, thanks. Happy
Thank
weekend.
you. Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.